Okay, and particularly Texas blues. What makes Texas blues different from other blues?
Well, there's different styles of it, but it's everything from the rawest to the most uptown, depending on whether it's Lightning Hopkins, U.P. Wilson, Cornell Dupree, um, T-Bone Walker, Robert Johnson, Jimmy Vaughan, or weirdos like me.
Stevie, who are some of the Texas blues guitarists that influenced you?
All those I just mentioned.
Can you show me some of the different styles of Texas blues?
Well, Latin, I guess, would be actually Robert Johnson, but I don't have three hands. Robert Johnson was one of the most incredible. He started a lot of it. I don't play a slide as well as I would to try to do that. For that, you can go ask people like Bonnie Raitt. Ron Thompson knows a lot about it. There are quite a few people that can play that style. I wish I could, except I'm not going to sell my soul for nothing. They didn't either. Robert Johnson supposedly did such things. I don't know about the truth of that. I don't know that you can sell your soul. T-Bone Walker. I mean, the first thing you got to do to play T-Bone Walker is wear your guitar like so. You know. Articulate player from Oak Cliff, the same place I'm from. He played he used a lot of the tones from the real meat of the guitar, which is not necessarily down here, but here. I don't know if you can play T-Bone Walker with your guitar regular. I think it has to be like so. Lightning Hopkins is a different story. From what I know about Lightning Hopkins, he was probably one of the strongest by himself. Did a lot of things. Like one song that we've taken influence very heavily from, which actually I'm working on giving his family the royalties from a song that we did called Rude Mood, which is a takeoff of a song of his called Lightning Sky Hop, which is like a and he put in things like a oh yeah.
Ooh.
Excuse me. We gotta stop for a second.
Okay.
Do we have any strings? Yes, definitely pause.
Okay, Joy.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, here we are. I can.
Yeah? You gotta start playing?
Just start playing.
You ready? Let me do it again. It's nothing, of course, near as close as Lightning could do. This is the white boy playing Lightning Hopkins.
And so I can get a cutaway. Do T-Bone for me again. Just
Oh, excuse me. T-Bone also did something like a. He was more articulate than most guitar players I've ever heard. He did things more than I could ever do, or anybody I've ever heard try, like a horn section. He thought and sang more like with a big band than anybody. He was the first big band player that I've ever seen or heard of from around Oak Cliff. Of course, he and Charlie Christian were the first two people to use the electric guitar. There's a lot to do with American music and the blues from coming from those two people. Charlie Christian, as far as I know, was the first. He had a Gibson guitar with a D-Armond pickup, and I believe T-Bone Walker used the same. Until later years, he used various Gibsons, but then at the very end of T-Bone Walker's life, he used Barney Kessel guitar, which I almost got the chance to play on one time, but missed it by this much.
Can you do a little bit of the guitar style of probably the guy that's one of your favorite guitar players, Jimmy?
My brother?
Your brother?
You have to give me a minute on this one.
Okay.
Actually, Jimmy incorporates so many different styles. There's no way to say one style of Jimmy. That's the truth. My brother probably plays more of everybody's style, or is capable of playing every style that he's ever heard more than anybody I've ever met. His style is his own, but he can play more of everybody's style than anyone. It's not fair to say one style, because he puts them all together. He's definitely got his own style, but he's the only one that can play it.
That's fair enough. Okay, let's talk for a second about.
Here's to Jimmy.
Here's to Jimmy. You bet. I'll drink one with Jimmy when I go down there to interview him for you. How's that?
Do.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about Johnny Winter.
Okay.
And another Texas bluesman. What are your feelings about Johnny?
Johnny's incredible. Johnny's, he wasn't one of my main influences, but his influences are a lot of the same as a lot of the people that I've grown up with. And I'm glad to say that I know the man. Very fortunate to know him and the people that he's grown up with and played with for a lot of years. Very fortunate to have the bass player that he had during his Columbia years, Tommy Shannon. He's in fact, when the record industry broke up that band, which is what happened, Tommy, the day that Tommy left and went to form another band with some other Texas people, John Turner, Mike Kindred, Jesse, was the night that I met Tommy. It was the very same night. It was late December, I believe, December of '69. I was playing at a place called The Fog. I was not near old enough to be playing there. It was an after-hours club. I was playing until 6 in the morning. Tommy came in, with the whole band came in. Tommy was the only one that would speak to me. I was 14. Tommy and I have been working together off and on since then. I'm very glad to know him. He's made me have a lot better understanding, and as well made me have a chance to be friends with Johnny Winter. I'm very glad to know the man. There seems to be this rumor going around that Johnny Winter and I don't like each other, and it's, if I may say so, total bullshit. That Johnny and I are very good friends ever since we met in about '72 or '73, have been. Johnny and I, the similarity in our styles is that we both play quite a bit. We don't leave that many holes. Sometimes that's okay too.
Okay. One last question.
One last one. Huh?
One last question. Can you tell me, verbally first, what Texas blues means to you, what it is to you, and then show me on the guitar? But you have to lead out and say Texas blues is.
Texas blues is music. Period. It's maybe rougher in some ways. It's maybe this or that, but it's all feeling. It's something that very few other people usually can play. It's just because that's the way it's come about. A lot of it came from there. The roots are there stronger than a lot of other places. There are people that are luckily, I'm saying luckily for all of us, it's starting to break out where people have been able to get enough of the material to listen to learn it from other places and not necessarily be copying it so much as it used to be. But Texas blues, actually, a good example of Texas blues would be Johnny Copeland. Johnny Winter. Johnny Copeland. Johnny Copeland is pretty serious. We've all listened to him. All of these Texas players. Denny Freeman is Texas blues. Angel Estrella is Texas blues. George Raines is Texas blues. Albert Collins. Johnny Guitar Watson, whether you believe it or not, was very Texas blues for years and years. He moved to California. His style is different now. He ain't forgot what he knew. Freddie King, over and over and over, Freddie King. David Fathead Newman. God, we can go on and on. There's Texas blues is a feeling. It's something that I'm glad to know some about. I don't know as much as I should, but there's just a feeling. It's something that you can't go and read out of a book. It's something that you can't just go and take a bite of and eat and have it. It's something that's there. Something that you grow up with. I don't know if it's the dirt, it's the water, the air, but hope to God it's all of them.
Could you play a little for me?
Yeah.